Washington football team is on the cusp of being something special. And yes, I like to overpronounce things just to make sure that I'm saying them right. But as it pertains to the quarterback situation, I think a lot of people, including myself, before the season started, were kind of in question or questioning how it would go, who would be under center week one, and so far through on, whatever the saying goes, throughout the season. Obviously, it was between Taylor Heinicke and Ryan Fitzpatrick. There was a lot going on. That defense was coming together, or it looked like it was. Looked like it was going to be a tough squad, and things were going to be, hunky-dunky or hunky-dory, whatever the saying goes. Point is this. Through an entire month of the NFL season, Taylor Heinicke is clearly the answer. Absolutely. Completing just under 70% of his passes, 82 of 118 for 960 yards, including 8 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Taylor Heinicke, if you watch the Washington football team, he is what gives them the spring in their step. If he's off, they're off. Well, honestly, the defense needs to figure it out just a little bit. Honestly, they're a very special defense. If that defensive line can just get after people, I think this could be something very, very special. But overall, the Washington football team has the talent. It's got everything that it needs, and it all starts with Taylor Heinicke. And I believe he is absolutely the answer, and I think he's the one that is ultimately going to decide their fate. Clearly, I mean, quarterback, it's the most important position in the game. But overall, if you look how he's played, and I can just tell you as a Vikings fan, I knew he was going to be special after he led a couple of game-winning drives. And, it was a quarterback, a guy that, you saw him come out, and he didn't look like he had, he had some size, he had some arm strength, blah, 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 blah. But coming out of Old Dominion, you kind of questioned, how he was going to translate to the NFL. Well, I think I speak for, all Vikings fans as we watched, Taylor Heinicke and Kyle Sloter through the last couple of years. They made it. They transitioned. And plus, I think Kyle Sloter deserves more of another shot, but topic for another day. Taylor Heinicke, in my mind, if you watch him, he is a big reason as to why the Washington football team is successful right now. They are absolutely getting things done, and now recently with their latest win, a 34-30 win over the Falcons. Now, Heinicke went 23 of 33 for 290 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, I do think that a lot of that does come back to the fact that, yes, the Falcons aren't necessarily a contender, but it doesn't matter. I hate that saying, look at the team. A win in the NFL is a win. Okay, it's any given Sunday. Any team can come out. We have seen strange things happen, especially with my Vikings. We have seen strange things happen, especially with how teams go to play other teams that are supposed to beat the other team, and that other team beats the other team. In fact, beats the other team. I think honestly, all it comes down to is the fact that it's any given Sunday. You cannot count any opponent out, and you have to take everyone seriously. Antonio Gibson has also had a good season so far. He had 14 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown against the Falcons. Honestly, J.D. McKissick has also been balling out too. He's been a guy that has been catching a lot of passes. He caught 5 for 44 in the touchdown against the Falcons. And I think, honestly, they have the perfect 1-2 punch in Gibson and McKissick. I think they've got a very special running back duo, and I think it could be very special for a long, long time. Now, overall, I do expect this Washington football team to continue to be a factor, and I'm honestly, Terry McLaurin is amazing. 6 catches for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Falcons. J.D. McKissick again 5 for 44 and a teddy. Curtis Samuel, I think I'm expecting a little bit more as we kind of move on here, but overall, I'm really, and De'Ami Brown, I expect him to have a way bigger impact as we go on they've the season. But they've got the offensive pieces, they've got what they need, and defensively, like we said, if they can just put a couple of things together with their defensive line, this is going to be a tough squad. But so far overall on the season, again, you've got Antonio Gibson leading the way with 59 carries for 253 yards and a touchdown. Taylor Heinicke also has some legs now, 20 carries for 87 yards and a touchdown. And finally, J.D. McKissick, 15 for 56 and a touchdown. Now, also Terry McLaurin, 25 catches, 354 yards, and 3 touchdowns. McKissick also has a total of 12 catches for 142 yards and a touchdown on the season. Logan Thomas, I have been saying it from the beginning, is one of the most underrated tight ends in the game. Has 12 catches for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season. This squad has weapons. There's no question about it. The squad has weapons. Defensively, they're figuring things out. Cole Holcomb right now leading the team in tackles with 41. Kendall Fuller has 26 on the season. And I honestly expect this defensive line to start to get after it. You got Jonathan Allen, who has 3 sacks right now. You have got Montez Sweat, who also has 3 sacks right now. And honestly, I think that what it comes down to for me is the fact that I really believe that, Chase Young and these boys, I think he's going to get his first sack coming up, especially with what has been going down this season. I know it just hasn't been gone according to plan, but against the Saints, I expect Chase Young to get his first sack of the season. He has 13 tackles on the season, by the way. But overall, this defensive line, if it can get it together, this entire squad can be impressive. It could be a major factor in the NFC. Not even just the NFC East. It's, at this point, I think it's honestly the entire NFC, and it could be a very special team moving forward, and it's something I'm very excited for. We have been calling it from the beginning, but it all starts with Taylor Heinicke. He's a very special player, and he's proving it as to why that is. So, but let us know what you guys think about it all starting and ending with Taylor Heinicke. Make sure you guys like, subscribe down below, leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show, and we greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. In the description down below, make sure you guys give us a like and follow on all our social media platforms. Leave us a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. If you would give us a sub and a listen on iTunes, we'd greatly appreciate it. And finally, if you have anything you'd like us to cover, make sure you send us an email to sportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comments section down below, and we'd be glad to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about Taylor Heinicke being the answer in Washington.